back again with another YouTube video. It's your boy Riot G, and today we're going to react to 10 terrible Vince McMahon rules Triple H has killed forever in WWE. As you may know, Triple H is in control of the company now. So yeah, let's get right into the video. 10 terrible Vince McMahon rules Triple H has killed forever in WWE.
Have you been to the new art space?
And I did not want to do this. I'm trying to do what's right for the business.
10 Vince McMahon things that Triple H killed off in WWE. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for WWE programming, with WWE hosting nights such as Legends Night and McMahon even putting legends in featured programs. It was a common consensus that McMahon didn't give them the respect that they deserved backstage. Thankfully, under Triple H's leadership, this has vastly changed. The legends, when they visit WWE, are treated with respect and love, and Triple H insists that the modern roster acknowledge the work of the stars of yesteryear. Former WWE European Champion X-Pac confirmed how well Triple H treats legends during an interview with Sports Illustrated. "We get treated so well regarding recent appearance.
What legend do you guys want to come back?"
That wasn't always the way it was. There's been times over the years I've seen older wrestlers so disappointed that they weren't even acknowledged. It's a big deal to us. This was our life, so it means the world to be treated the way we're treated. Being at Raw, I loved it. I was telling my wife this, even people I wasn't close with back in the day. I'm so happy to see them now. Now the game has even gone out of his way to make amends with former enemies such as Scott Steiner and CM Punk. And it's clear that Triple H believes that no bridge is...
Yeah, because at first, when CM Punk left the company, I don't think Triple H was on good terms with CM Punk. I don't think they were both on good terms. So.
Truly burnt when it comes to WWE. Number 9, longer PLEs. Vince McMahon was obsessed with stacking pay-per-views from top to bottom with matches. This had some positives as it allowed a range of talent to receive pay-per-view time and a pay-per-view payday. However, certain pay-per-views lasted for an eternity, and nothing was given the opportunity to be memorable due to the sheer length of the pay-per-view runtime.
Like for example, Royal Rumble, that was only like, what, 4 matches? Yeah.
This is the complete opposite approach that Triple H takes, as pay-per-views, now referred to as premium live events, only feature a few matches, and this allows matches appropriate time to make a statement. Whilst it's understandable why the game likes this formula, it hasn't been perfect and has received some criticism. Triple H rarely...
Well, who knows, we might get a change. How you guys feel about the pay-per-views being shorter? Because like Raw, the hours changed, SmackDown hours changed, and then everything's back to normal, so...
deviates away from this model, and this means that certain matches that should take place on a PLE match card end up taking place on Raw and SmackDown. Additionally, titles such as the tag titles have just become afterthoughts, as they haven't even been defended on a single PLE since WrestleMania 40, and this is due to the limited match cards on the PLE events. With PLEs breaking records left, right and center, it's unlikely that this is going to change anytime soon.
And Elimination Chamber is next. We are on the road to WrestleMania. We got, what, like 2 more months.
The events that the game will break away from this booking pattern will be WrestleMania events, as well as other 2-night PLEs such as the upcoming SummerSlam show. Number 8, the 24/7 title. Now, the 24/7 title was introduced in 2019, and it was designed to bring some raw excitement to Monday nights. Now, even though the title has had some fun segments and moments over the years, WWE eventually
R-Truth done won that title like, what, 50 to 100 times?
Lost interest, and it was reported that the infamous title was never mentioned in creative meetings. One of Triple H's first acts as head of WWE Creative was to retire the title immediately, as hilariously Nikki Cross would attempt to dump the title in a trash can, which was certainly symbolic, as it was Triple H based.
And I think it was like when she put the title in the trash, right? I think it was like a botch. And also, I was gonna get the 24/7 title, but yeah. Do they even still sell it on WWE Shop?
Basically telling the audience what he really thought of the title, even though she missed the pin completely. Number 7, scripting the commentary team. Now, Vince McMahon loved to micromanage his announce team. It was common knowledge that McMahon directed traffic through a headset, and he was even said to scream down the headset whenever a commentator said something he didn't like. And this style of management was very hard on commentators, and it led to numerous names quitting the position over the years. Yet Michael Cole continued on and did his best under extreme difficult working conditions. One of the first things Triple H did was give his commentary team more freedom, and the quality of the commentary output in WWE vastly improved overnight. Cole, as well as other commentators, began to call the product with love and passion, and the commentary has quite rightly received rave reviews. Cole himself has spoken at length about how happy he is under Triple H's management, and this is what the WWE veteran had.
Yeah, I feel like the commentary has more creative freedom as far as, I guess, going off what they want to say. Because, you know, a lot of people, they talk about Michael Cole, like, they respect Michael Cole now as a commentator, so.
To say during an appearance on the Pat McAfee show. I think that freedom has really allowed the superstars, and I know for me and I know for Pat as well, has allowed us to be more entertaining, to be more relaxed, to be able to sit back and enjoy this product as a fan. Also, who knows characters better than the character? Seth Rollins knows his character better than anyone on the planet, so why not allow him to be able to bring that character forward? I've seen everything in this business for nearly 30 years. I've never had as much fun as I've had the last couple of years, not only working with you, but working with Paul Levesque. Now it's wonderful to hear that Cole is having so much fun in his job, and he's a name that firmly deserves all the love and appreciation.
That's good. I mean, a lot of people, they didn't like Michael Cole back in the day. Like, Michael Cole back in, like, what, 2010, 2011? They just found Michael Cole annoying.
He's been receiving over the past few years, and no doubt a future Hall of Famer. Number 6, alienating the international audience. One of the most frustrating elements of being a WWE fan when Vince McMahon was around the company was that he mainly focused on the US market. Whilst WWE would deliver European tours, an international PLE was simply out of.
Yeah, back then, most of the pay-per-views, you know, not pay-per-views, but like, now, the live events, like, WWE live events, most of the live events, they were always in the United States, but they go around the country, around the world, to different countries to tour. So, yeah. But now, with the PLEs, they're trying to do WrestleMania and Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber. That's going to be in, I think, in Canada. So it's like,
Out of the question outside of a few pre-selected nations, but thankfully in 2022 this all changed. Nick Khan and Triple H wanted to focus on expanding and rewarding the international market, and since then there have been major events in countries such as England, Wales, Scotland, France and Germany, just to name a few. Premium live events taking place overseas is now a yearly staple, and this makes it incredibly exciting to be an international WWE fan. These events do amazing numbers for WWE, and according to Khan during an interview with World Congress of Sports, international PLEs are here to stay. We sat down together a few years ago and decided so the big 5 premium live events should be in the US or Canada. All of the other events, the goal is to have them in international locations. There have been calls to have a WrestleMania event overseas, and with the 2026 Royal Rumble taking place in Saudi Arabia, this doesn't seem far-fetched. Number 5, a ban on independent bookings. A WWE contracted wrestler working in another promotion under Vince McMahon would have been highly unlikely. However, under Triple H, it's now become more common. Triple H allows his talent to work dates outside of WWE under certain circumstances, and due to Triple H working with promotions such as Noah and even TNA, WWE.
yeah, because I remember I had read like an article about something stating that Triple H said that he's gonna give talent, like, you know, the superstars, time off whenever they need it, because he feels like there's already a lot of you know, talent already on the roster, so
WWE wrestlers are showing up in promotions all over the world, and Triple H has realized that allowing wrestlers to do this doesn't just keep them happy, it also helps other promotions, which can come in handy when looking at signing new talent. Cutting off other promotions is easily done, but it's always easier and healthier to have some type of working relationship with these companies. Triple H even agreed to have TNA talent in the 2024 Rumble, and hearing the WWE commentary team talk openly about TNA storylines and lore was truly groundbreaking. Number 4. Sporadic booking. Long-term storytelling is something that Triple H thrives himself on. Triple H loves to tell stories over a period of months or even years, and whilst
I can definitely say Vince and Triple H, their booking is totally different, you know. And look where we came now, a new era of wrestling. So we just gotta see.
Triple H did deliver some long-term storytelling. A lot of his storylines seem sporadic and just thrown together. In fact, it was often said that McMahon would rewrite the show hours before it was set to go live, and some weeks McMahon would be rewriting the show as it was in progress.
I heard about that. They was like, you know, he used to forget the script, like what he was going to have put for the show.
Speaking to Variety in 2023, the game outlined his way of booking the WWE product, and it made for a fascinating read. Vince was always thinking long term. Whether it gets executed that way or whether it wasn't, I didn't know. But for me, it's how I think because it was how I was taught by him. I'm always trying to think about the long-term storyline. I was at SummerSlam, and one of the first things I talked to the team about is, okay, where do we want to go for WrestleMania? What's that goal? Obviously, it's going to change, but what's the target goal? It's like a GPS. Whilst extended storylines don't appeal to everyone, there's no questioning the game's success in this area with storylines such as the Bloodline Saga and Cody Rhodes finishing his story. Number 3. Banned words. Another list of words that Vince McMahon banned his wrestlers and commentators from saying.
Before we continue, you know, about this, you know, the scripts, the booking and everything that they were just discussing and talking, what WrestleMania was just talking about. How do you guys feel about the booking? Seems like what the fans want, Triple H is, you know, making things different, but it's in a good way because I feel like it's a long-term storytelling. You know, we're just in the beginning of a new road, the new chapter, new beginning after Royal Rumble. So now we move on to Road to WrestleMania. So now we see how they build up everything, the storylines and rivalries.
Saying was endless. Words such as belt and even wrestling would land a talent in hot water, and they would even receive a fine for saying the specific word. Thankfully, this bizarre and outdated rule has been abolished, as Triple H has allowed his talent to say whatever they like, within reason of course. Limiting the vocabulary of wrestlers and commentators did nothing but harm the product, and at times it was more than obvious that a promo or sentence was directly from McMahon himself, and this lack of authenticity was a massive hindrance to the product. Number 2. Breaking kayfabe. Now, only under set circumstances would Vince McMahon allow his talent to break kayfabe. McMahon kept this approach for decades, and to his credit, this was something that fans never took issue with. Under Triple H, elements of kayfabe are scaled back, and it was presented on Raw on the Netflix premiere that WWE was strictly a show, and fans were watching a scripted spectacle. The opening to Raw on Netflix featured phrases such as heel and face, and to hear these words said openly led to fans having a mixed response. The game would address WWE doing this on the post-Raw press conference, saying, "The reaction seems like we did."
Yeah, because they don't use that term like in the company. Because like I remember back in 2013 when John Cena won the championship against The Rock, and then on Raw he shook his boot and he said a little bit of a heel term. So I kind of see where they were going with that because of like the crowd, their reaction to it. So pretty much they just gotta stay in character. They can't use those terms.
Did a good job with it. That was the intent, to capture the emotion and let people know we're not hiding what we do. I saw a lot of chatter from the people saying, "Oh my god, they said heel and face and shoot and work in one promo." We're not hiding what we do. That's what we do. To be honest, I think most of the world understands those terms, and they've almost transcended our business. It is what it is. People know what we are. We talk about it.
They said heel and face and work in one promo. We're not hiding what we do. That's what we do.
Almost transcended our business. It is what it is. People know what we are. We talk about it. We're not insulting anybody's intelligence. We're an art form. Absolutely an art form that captures people's emotions. We don't take ourselves as seriously as most of the other people take us. It was all part of trying to capture that and say, if you've watch this, and hopefully we'll honor what you love. If you never watched this, watch this. We'll explain to you what we are. That was the attempt. Triple H makes a compelling point, however there's a portion of the fanbase that likes to see kayfabe kept intact at all times, and that's completely understandable. And number 1, mass micromanagement. One of the things that was detrimental to the WWE product, particularly during Vince's final few years in charge, was his habit of micromanaging talent in every aspect. Whether it be promos or matches, McMahon took ownership of every aspect in all areas of WWE.
So he was like the creative control, pretty much everything. All, probably the audio, the pyro, techniques, the Titantron, the microphone. It just controls all the stuff.
WWE programming suffered as a result. Virtually every promo.
But I could be wrong. It could just be mostly for, like, you know, the script writing, the storylines, promos, rivalries, and all that.
Unless you were named such as Cena was scripted, and wrestlers weren't allowed to deviate in any way from the scripted material. And this is why promos often felt completely flat, as it was being written by a 70-year-old man who was definitely out of touch with the outside world. Triple H realized this early on during his takeover at WWE, that talent needed to be given freedom, and that the micromanagement style needed to be abolished in favor of a sportive, cooperative environment. Talent were given freedom to get over, and there's not been a better example of this than Drew McIntyre. McIntyre's promo.
And, you know, and I feel like with both of them, different areas of wrestling, they brought new talent to the company, and they built them up as a star. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't.
Work since Triple H took over has been world class, and the man himself discussed this very topic during an appearance on the Masked Man show. The creative environment with WWE, Triple H kind of leading the charge. This is freedom that feels like I've never felt before. To truly go all the way now, and you can see so many different people, guys and girls across the board finding themselves. And we got so many superstars now. The show doesn't revolve around the same 2 or 3 people. This is without a doubt
I think that's exactly what I was talking about earlier.
Key factor in the WWE product booming since the game took over, and this is an approach that McMahon could have easily taken, but that's if he just let his stubbornness go in favor of creating a superior WWE product.
Alright, that was 10 terrible Vince McMahon rules Triple H has killed forever in WWE. You guys tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. I got more videos coming, stay tuned to that. And yeah, Uriah out.